That's how the 5 real bracelet made 35 million by selling fake superpowers. In 2007, brothers Josh and Troy Rodarmel created one of the biggest marketing frauds in modern history. They took a silicone bracelet that cost $1 to produce, stuck a hologram like the one on your credit card, and sold it for $30, promising it would give you superpowers. And do you know what's more impressive?
It worked beyond any expectation. Power balance exploded globally. Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar, Shaquille O'Neal,
Kobe Bryant, everyone wore it. The company went from $8,000 in revenue in 2007 to $35 million in 2010, a growth of 400,000% in just 3 years. But how did they manage to fool so many people? First, they created an irresistible story. They claimed that the bracelet was developed by a former NASA scientist and that the hologram emitted special frequencies that resonated
with the body's natural magnetic field.
I know it sounds like pure pseudoscience para PCE, is pseudoscience, but it sounded scientific enough to seem real. Second, they did a brilliant demonstration that went viral. On the streets and at fairs, they performed the balance test. They pushed the person without the bracelet until they lost balance. Then they put on the bracelet and repeated the test.
magically, the person became more stable.
What was the secret? Learning effect. Of course, on the second attempt, anyone will naturally perform better because now you expect it, you already have muscle memory of that situation. The bracelet was irrelevant, but the experience was convincing at the moment. Third, they invested heavily in the right endorsements. When Cristiano Ronaldo appeared using it, millions of fans thought, man, if it works for Cristiano Ronaldo, it must work for me. They paid $9 million to rename the Sacramento Kings Stadium to Power Balance Pavilion. For 3 years, the scam worked perfectly until science arrived. Independent studies at universities in the United States, Australia, and Spain proved that the bracelet was no better than a simple placebo. Worse, they discovered that the special hologram was identical to the one you used on your regular credit card. The end came in December 2010. The regulatory agency in Australia forced the company to publicly admit there is no credible scientific evidence to support our claims. His confession destroyed the company. Lawsuits emerged worldwide. In the United States alone, they faced a class action lawsuit of $57 million. In November of 2011, Power Balance filed for bankruptcy. The brand still exists, but with a completely different message. No scientific promise, just Eastern philosophies, a personal experience, a shadow of what it once was. The case of Power Balance proves that you can indeed build $1 million empire on a lie, but the truth will always win in the end. The bigger the lie, the more devastating the fall. Which brand do you know that is known for using similar marketing tactics to sell questionable products? Leave it here in the comments. I analyze the best and worst business strategies in the world every day, so follow me to not miss the next one. Sapezektaze fire and paise kira tai